Hi, I'm Shinohara. Today we're here at a condominium in Shinjuku, Tokyo. A new IMECHEN renovation has just been completed, so we'd like to give you a tour of the apartment. This renovation was handled by IMECHEN Shimo Kitazawa, so I'll be interviewing Mr. Nishio to ask about what kind of work was done. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you.
May I ask you to briefly explain the outline of this property?
Sure. This is a condominium in Shinjuku, Tokyo, and it's about 48 years old. The owner purchased a pre-owned unit and asked us to renovate it for personal use.
So this time, it's not a rental property, it was a renovation requested by someone who bought a used condo and plans to live in it themselves.
That's right.
What was the original size and layout of the unit?
It's about 36 square meters. Originally, it was a 2K layout, but we removed one room and changed it to a 1K.
Got it. All right then, could you please show us around?
Of course.
We are distributing a makeover pamphlet. Please check the details in the description. So the client bought this unit, renovated it, and plans to live here themselves, right? Within what you're able to share. Could you tell us a bit about the client?
He's a man in his 30s, and he'll be living here alone.
So, a single resident. I see. Was the apartment in a condition where it really needed renovation before someone could live in it?
Since it's 48 years old, it was in quite an outdated condition.
I understand. What kind of request did the client have?
He wanted all the water-related areas to be fully updated. But the biggest concern was really the budget.
I see. Did the client have a specific budget limit in mind?
Initially, he told us his budget was up to 5 million yen, including tax.
Got it. We'll ask you to share the final renovation cost later. But the project started with figuring out what kind of renovation was possible within that budget.
Exactly.
By the way, I assume this area is the main bedroom space. What was it like originally?
Originally, this was a set of connected Japanese-style rooms.
So this room was a tatami room, and the room next to it was same. So does that mean this area used to be a built-in closet?
Yes, exactly.
You can tell because some of the wooden elements are still left. So it definitely still has that original Japanese-style feel. And this was kept as a traditional post and beam wall due to budget considerations?
Yes, that's right.
What condition were the walls in originally?
The walls were made of plaster. So we added a thin plywood layer on top and finished them with wallpaper.
I see. I did notice that the wooden sections here feel a bit low in height. So that's because an extra layer was added.
Exactly.
So throughout the unit, the walls were made of plaster. And you added a layer on top and finished them that way. What about the ceiling?
The ceiling was a traditional Japanese slatted ceiling.
I see.
And these are the original ceiling battens that were already there.
So you kept them as they were.
Yes.
And the original slatted ceiling was covered and finished over.
Yes, that's right.
Around this area, you removed all the doors as well.
Yes. Originally, there were sliding doors for the closet, but we removed them and made it open. We also removed the middle shelf on this side.
I see.
We kept plywood only in the depth direction. And since the floor would otherwise cave in, we added an extra board on top.
So this is what you'd call an overlay installation?
Yes. And then we finished it with paint.
Oh, it's painted.
Yes.
Is this an oil stain?
Yes, it is.
So it's plywood with paint on top.
Exactly.
And of course, there originally wasn't any pipe like this. So this was added later.
Yes, that's right.
In situations like this, I think many people would turn a closet into a full closet system. But this was a result of prioritizing the original 5 million yen budget you mentioned earlier?
Yes. One of the biggest ways to reduce costs is deciding how much new joinery and fittings to eliminate.
That makes sense.
We really focused on how to blend the existing closet into the overall design and make it feel intentional rather than completely new.
It's true that the more doors you replace with new ones, the higher the cost becomes. So for these wooden elements, you unified the color through painting overall. And you kept this middle shelf as well.
Yes.
By the way, when doing renovations like this, you've applied wallpaper to the front surface here. Often, the side walls are also fully wallpapered. But in this case, was that a cost-related decision?
Actually, it's more of a design decision.
So it's mainly a design choice?
Yes, if we wallpaper everything, it ends up looking very obviously renovated. The front surface has quite a large visual area, so if we left it completely untouched, it would strongly feel like a leftover existing element. So, by carefully balancing what we keep and what we update, we designed it so that the remaining elements feel intentionally incorporated into the design.
I see. So things like this wooden middle shelf, the bottom panel, and something else I notice. This area here originally had sliding doors, right? But the lower part of the sliding door rail isn't painted. So you intentionally left areas like this untouched. That was a deliberate design choice, wasn't it?
Exactly.
Thank you.
Could you take a look at the hallway too?
Sure.
Here, just outside the bedroom, this wood part was mostly kept as is and finished that way.
You can see that this frame is still original.
Yes, the wood had aged and discolored over time, and we felt it had a really nice character to it.
I see. It's true. But trying to recreate this kind of character through renovation would be quite difficult.
Exactly.
So you're designing the overall renovation while preserving this old, nostalgic atmosphere and texture.
Yes. Cost is part of it, of course. But more than that, we really wanted to incorporate these elements into the design.
By the way, there's a new frame installed here now. Were these side walls originally a doorway with doors installed here?
Yes, there used to be sliding doors here.
I see. So originally, there were 2 sliding doors. And in order to install a single hinge door, you created these side walls.
Yes, and instead of making it a flat wall, we chose a traditional Japanese style so it would blend in better with the existing structure.
I see. And this clear glass door, is this also part of the overall design concept?
Yes, we really didn't want any new elements to stand out too much. So we chose doors that are pure white with almost no decorative details.
Right. Completely plain white.
Yes.
That kind of attention to detail really shows.
Right.
Thank you. Well then, shall we go back inside?
Sure.
By the way, was this originally a partition between tatami rooms?
Yes.
Were there sliding doors here too?
That's right. There were sliding doors here as well. However, if we remove this, the entire ceiling will collapse.
It would come down?
Yes, we would have had to rebuild the entire ceiling from scratch. So instead, we partially dismantled it and intentionally recreated some of these wooden elements using new materials.
So this central beam here is new?
Yes, and the lintel above it was also newly made.
I see.
We carefully rebuilt it and kept it in a way that feels natural.
I can imagine wanting to remove this entirely. But if you do, the ceiling comes down, and the cost goes way up.
Exactly.
So leaving it like this actually becomes part of the design itself.
Yes.
So originally, were there sliding doors above as well?
No, that part was originally a wall.
So you removed that wall and finished it in this form.
Yes, we removed only what was necessary and kept as much of the original as we could.
So through these kinds of adjustments, you balance the overall color scheme and design, while also managing the costs.
Exactly.
And looking at this, I just realized something. You mentioned earlier that this was originally a Japanese-style room. This side here is a traditional Japanese-style wall. But this side is a flat wall, isn't it? Is there a particular reason for that?
Originally, this side was also a traditional Japanese style, but we had severe condensation issues and mold had developed.
I see.
The exterior wall actually runs from this line, all the way around to the other side.
Right. There's a window here, so this is an exterior wall.
So we added insulation on the inside and furred the wall out by 1 layer.
I see. So you also did insulation work here.
Yes.
And that insulation is only this side?
From here.
So from there all the way across.
Yes, exactly.
I see. Got it. For viewers watching this video, what kind of benefits does insulation provide?
It helps prevent condensation, and it also reduces heat loss. In summer, it helps keep the cool air from the AC inside. And in winter, it helps retain warmth.
Thank you. Since insulation means adding material inside the wall, the room does get slightly smaller. About how thick is the wall now?
Roughly about 5 to 6 centimeters.
I see. So it comes inward a bit. Was this column here originally part of the structure?
Actually, we wanted to make this side the bedroom. But due to door placement and layout constraints, we had to adjust the dimensions. We wanted to divide the living space here, but the window would have overlapped. So we built the wall in a way that avoids that.
I see. That explains why there's a curtain rail up top. Using curtains, you can separate this area as a sleeping space.
Exactly.
Was this something the client requested?
No, this was our proposal.
I see.
Because we wanted to reduce the number of doors.
That makes sense. So, the client wanted to have at least some separation between the bedroom and the living area, correct?
Yes. He mentioned that he needed a dedicated space where he could work.
I see. So you divided the living dining area and the bedroom.
Exactly.
If you were to install a door here, as you explained earlier, the cost would go up. And the open space would start to feel smaller.
Yes.
But with curtains, you can easily divide the space when needed. And when you want it to feel more open, you can open it up and use it as one large area.
Right.
So you built this wall or column in a way that doesn't block the window.
Yes.
I also noticed there's an outlet here.
Right.
It may seem like a small detail, but it's actually quite important, especially when you think about everyday use. By the way, did you replace all the outlets and switches with new fixtures?
We replaced all of them with new ones.
What about this air intake vent? Was that added later?
We replaced it with a new one this time.
I see. It's the type you can adjust by pushing it. Also, the wallpaper here has been replaced. And these shelves were newly installed, right?
Yes.
Is this an existing column?
That's right.
So, you made use of the existing column and installed 4 adjustable shelves. And here, it's designed so that an air conditioner can be installed. Was there originally space for an AC unit?
Yes, although the position was slightly different. We adjusted it so it could be installed here.
I see. So, what other work was done here?
We replaced the intercom as well.
Intercom replacement. Since this is a condominium without auto-lock entry, you were able to replace the intercom.
That's right.
So, this unit was originally a 2K and has now been converted into a 1K. So the water area layout has changed significantly. Could you explain that part?
Sure. Originally, there was a 3-piece unit bath and a kitchen. But the owner felt it was difficult to live in as it was. So we moved the washing machine space indoors, installed a proper standalone sink, added a toilet, and created a layout with a separate bathroom.
Where was the washing machine originally located?
It was outside.
On the balcony?
Yes.
So you brought it inside. Is the location that originally had the 3-piece unit bath where the bathroom is now?
That's right.
I see. So you demolished the original unit bath. And what size is the new one?
It's an 11/16 size.
Got it. So you installed a new unit bath and created a sanitary room with the toilet and sink together.
Exactly.
And for the changing area entrance, you installed an outset sliding door.
Yes. Actually, we use this often. Since sliding door sidewalls aren't very attractive, we hang the door from above or use an outset style. It does protrude slightly, but we finished it in a very simple design so it doesn't stand out visually.
That looks great. And all the door pulls and lever handles are unified in white this time.
Yes.
Shall we move on to the entryway next?
Sure.
What kind of work did you do in the entryway?
So we thought the color of this floor was really nice.
It's actually original?
Right. It's not a soft, textured finish, but a hard, polished surface. Like, this is something you don't see very often anymore. The color was vibrant and well-balanced. So we suggested keeping it as it was and incorporating it into the final design. And the owner agreed, so we cleaned it and reused the existing floor.
I see. Also, there are adjustable shelves next to it for shoes. What was it like originally?
There was only a storage box on the lower section, which made the space feel somewhat limited and underutilized.
So the upper part was open?
Yes,
So you removed the lower storage and installed adjustable shelves above.
exactly.
The lower area is now a flexible space where various items can be placed. The entry door also looks very clean. What kind of work was done there?
Since we were painting other areas as well, we repainted the door too.
So it's a steel door that's been repainted.
Yes, that's right.
The breaker panel looks new as well.
Yes, it has been replaced. This part is a bit technical. But originally, the unit was on a single-phase, two-wire system, which only supports up to 30 amps. After checking, we found that this building could support a single-phase, three-wire system. So we applied through the electric company, and now 3 wires are connected.
I see. So even in a condominium, it's sometimes possible to switch from 2-wire to 3-wire.
In most cases, it's not possible. But in this building, there happened to be an extra line as a result of earlier construction work.
So as long as each unit applies individually, it can be done?
That's right. I think some other units here have already made the change.
By the way, some people watching might be thinking about upgrading from a 2-wire system to a 3-wire system. How much did the electrical work cost in this case?
Since we didn't need to bring in a new main line, the cost was minimal. If a building needs a new main line, it can cost several million yen.
That's hard to do.
Yes,
But in this case, since it was already available, it was just a few tens of thousands of yen.
yes, just the application and minor work.
So it wasn't very expensive at all.
About 40,000 to 50,000 yen.
So for people struggling with limited capacity on a 2-wire system, it might be worth checking even just in case.
Yes. We checked with the building management first, but they didn't know. It only became clear after an electrician contacted the electric company.
So even the management didn't have that information.
That's right.
So after switching to the 3-wire system, how many amps is the unit set to now?
We've set it back to 40 amps for now. Since it's a smart meter, the resident can change the capacity freely.
Are there any new 200-volt appliances installed?
Yes. The new air conditioner is a 200-volt unit designed for a 14 tatami size room.
I see. Shall we move on to the kitchen next?
Sure,
Was the kitchen originally located here?
it was a bit closer to the entryway, but the position itself is basically the same.
So this is now a system kitchen. Which manufacturer is this kitchen from?
It's the Shiera S by LIXIL.
And the size is?
It's 1.65 meters wide.
I see. So it has a 2-burner cooktop and a built-in grill.
That's right.
And it's a system kitchen with slide-out drawers.
Yes.
You also replaced the range hood and the upper cabinets. And there's an outlet installed on the front as well.
Yes, we made sure not to forget that.
The backsplash is finished with a kitchen panel. And is this the remote control for the water heater? It looks new.
Yes, that's right. We replaced it with a new one.
There are new downlights in the hallway. And I can see they've also been installed above the kitchen area as well.
Yes.
And just like you explained earlier in the hallway, you can see that the wooden elements are still left here too. This was originally a curtain box, right?
That's right.
So instead of painting it white, you chose to keep and highlight the original color. By the way, since the water heater remote is new, does that mean the water heater itself was replaced as well?
Yes, we replaced it. Originally, inside this pipe space, there was a flue-type FF water heater installed. However, we found that the existing flue had been modified in the past, because replacing it in the same position would have been unsafe. We relocated the water heater and installed a type that can be placed outside.
I see. So you switched to an outdoor installation water heater. What capacity is this water heater?
It's a size 16?
Got it. Earlier, I noticed the piping, but you also replaced the water supply and hot water pipes, right?
All of the piping has been fully replaced.
I see. And regarding this flooring, it's not something you see very often in IMECHEN renovations. What kind of flooring is this?
This is vinyl tile.
Really?
Considering the age of the building, which is nearly 50 years old, we wanted to use something close to the design motifs of that era. So we chose 30-centimeter square vinyl tiles that resemble parquet and laid them in a checkerboard pattern.
So these are 30 by 30 centimeter tiles laid in a checkerboard layout.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
May I ask about the total renovation cost for this project?
We did go a little over the original budget, but the total came to 5.5 million yen, tax included.
5.5 million yen. Typically, when people contact us about renovating a used condo or a pre-owned house, many of them are families planning to live there together. But recently, we've been seeing a big increase in single buyers. People who purchase a used condo and renovate it to match their own personal style, just like this project.
Yes, that's right. After completing this renovation, I honestly thought if I were single, I'd really want to live here.
And the location is amazing too. It's just a few minutes walk from Nishi Waseda Station in Shinjuku Ward. So being able to live in such a great area would be pretty ideal.
Absolutely.
If I were single, I'd think this is a great place to live as well. By the way, the renovation cost here was 5.5 million yen. But if you include the purchase price of the property, plus things like loan repayments, property tax, and the monthly fees, roughly how much would the total monthly cost be?
I think it would be around 90,000 to 100,000 yen per month.
But if you tried to rent a place like this, it would probably cost quite a bit, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's true. It might be around 120,000 to 130,000 yen per month.
Right. So compared to renting, you can live in a space designed to your taste, often at a lower monthly cost. For those of you watching who are single, we encourage you to consider buying a used condo and renovating it to suit your lifestyle. And when you're ready, we'd be happy to help you at our Shimoki-Dazawa branch.
Yes.
Thank you very much for today.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching today. At IMECHEN, we offer 2 nationwide renovation plans, a flat-rate renovation service for rental properties called IMECHEN, and another service for pre-owned homes called IMECHEN Next. If you do not yet have the IMECHEN brochure, please make sure to check them out. At the moment, we're receiving a large number of estimate requests, and we're actively expanding our construction coverage areas. If you're ready to move from subcontractor to primary contractor, or a company looking to grow your renovation business, we'd love to hear from you. Please visit the link in the description to learn more through IMECHEN's business briefings.